Let's talk about the fashion sense and aesthetic for Aries placements. So let's get into it, and we're gonna see if you really dress like your zodiac sign. Before we get into it, tell me down below if you can describe your personal style in 3 words. What 3 words would you use? And keep those 3 words in mind, because by the end of this video, we're gonna find out if that description matches my description and if there's any overlap between the description I give you guys and the description that you give me right now. So I will give the disclaimer that this applies to your Sun, Venus, and Mars sign. When I was doing research for this video, I found that it wasn't just sun sign Aries that dressed this way. It was like Aries Venus, Aries Mars. So don't be surprised if the examples I show you on the screen are Aries Mars, Aries Venus people, not necessarily only Aries Sun. So if you're watching this, make sure you watch this aesthetic series for your Venus and Mars sign, not just your sun sign, because I feel like Venus and Mars really explains people's style a lot more accurately. And so I named every single zodiac signs aesthetic, and the aesthetic that I'm naming you guys is the it girls. So you guys are the it girls. You guys have this very like cool girl chic, and we're gonna go over the overall theme of your aesthetic, what you guys tend to wear, the trends you tend to wear. We're also gonna go over your starter pack, so like the uniform a lot of Aries women tend to wear, which was really interesting. But let's go over the overall theme first. So the overall theme I noticed with Aries is that you guys have this very punchy, very bold way of dressing. The way you dress isn't like quiet or shy. It's not very simple either. It's very almost complex. I would say it's a little bit grungy as well. So there's this kind of grungy theme to it where it wasn't really soft around the edges. It was kind of daring. It was bold. It was like putting 2 things together that were really different, that kind of thing. And the energy I get with your style and your fashion sense is like this energy of like, I've arrived. It's like you wear these outfits where it's like, it's hard not to look at you. I almost imagine with Aries placements, it's like when you walk in somewhere, everybody notices your outfit. It's one of those things that it's just hard to ignore about Aries placements and Aries fashion. And so let's kind of get into the trends you guys tend to wear. Now I noticed a really big trend with a lot of Aries placements is that you can wear like multiple prints in one outfit, or you wear kind of 2 things that don't really go together. I noticed like some Aries will wear like a really textured shirt with another textured pant or skirt. Like imagine wearing like this sort of top, like a plaid top with like a fur jacket. Like that's very Aries to me. And Aries fashion tends to kind of lean towards combining these things you would never really think would go together, but somehow Aries really pulls it off so flawlessly and so boldly, right? The biggest thing with your fashion sense is that it's like very bold. It's like, yeah, I'm wearing plaid. Yeah, I'm wearing a zebra skirt and what, like that kind of energy. So that's kind of the vibe I get. And it's very punchy as well, like this kind of aesthetic that's like in your face, very obvious, very fashionable. This interesting theme I noticed with Aries is that you guys have this range. So obviously Aries, you don't just have one aesthetic. Not every Aries dresses the same, but I noticed there was this range of like from kind of like vixen aesthetic to like tomboy aesthetic. So those are the 2 aesthetics I really noticed between Aries girls. It's either like they dress very tomboyish or vixen-ish, but some Aries I noticed dress kind of both ways. They combine this tomboy aesthetic with this vixen aesthetic. And so let's talk about Rihanna. So I feel like Rihanna is a really great mascot for like Aries fashion. Now Rihanna is a Pisces, of course, but she has Aries moon, Aries Venus, and Aries rising. So she has quite a bit of Aries energy, and I feel like you see that in her fashion and aesthetics. And of course, Rihanna is like the fashion queen. She's known for fashion. And what I feel is like really obvious with Rihanna and her aesthetics is that she's not afraid to wear certain things. It's almost like she wears something and people are like, how did she pull that off? Like what on earth? Like, how did she pull that off? And this goes back to what I said in the beginning, where you guys can pair things that don't really go together, or you wear things that are like like, what is she wearing? But somehow only an Aries can pull that off, if that makes sense. And Rihanna is obviously a good example of that, because she wears like these fashions that you wouldn't really see anywhere else or see anyone else really pull off as flawlessly or boldly. And so let's talk about like specific trends I saw that you guys wear. And there's one specific trend that I found that almost every Aries I looked up pretty much wears, and I'll show you guys what that trend is. But I think the main trends Aries often wear that you guys tend to gravitate towards is definitely things that sort of reveal your body. Like I said, you guys have this sort of vixen aesthetic and tomboy aesthetic, and so a lot of times with this like vixen side of your aesthetic, it's like you show your body with crop tops, with mesh tops. That's a really big trend I saw with most Aries, is mesh tops, see-through tops. I know they're not too popular right now, but I know mesh was really popular like a year ago, so Aries were probably like the first ones to wear mesh, see-through things, short things. I'm not really like showing your legs, but I notice Aries more show their like midriff or stomach, their arms, their chest. You guys will really show your body in an outfit. You're not afraid to dress very kind of vulgarly or like scantily clad. But it's like weird because at the same time you might dress very provocatively, but you're still kind of respected for it. If we think about Rihanna, your mascot, she kind of wears very daring things. She wore like a see-through dress.
Yes, I am. Why, my bother you?
Oh no!
They're covered in Swarovski crystals, girl.
The Swarovski crystal dress, and everyone praised her for it. And I feel like only Aries women can really get away with kind of being sort of nude and still being like respected, like everyone's like bowing down to you. Whereas other zodiac signs, I don't feel they could pull that same nudity or vixen theme off. So mesh is really popular with you guys. Also, I noticed you guys wear sunglasses a lot, like black little glasses or really cute sunglasses. So sunglasses, mesh, see-through things, cropped things, wearing like many different textures in an outfit. This is a repeating theme where you guys wear, like I said, let's say you wore something like this, and then you wear like a fur jacket, and then like bright pink pants. Like it's very bold. It's combining so many different textures at once. And so that's like really the main accessories you guys would wear, or pieces you'd wear. Another accessory I saw you guys wearing a lot is definitely chokers. You guys tend to be kind of tattooed as well. I noticed here Aries have a lot of like tattoos, which isn't like an accessory, but I noticed the tattoo thing. So you guys might wear chokers a lot, you know, gold hoops, anything that is kind of adorning your body, but it's kind of obvious. I felt like your accessories weren't too subtle, but they weren't too exaggerated either. And then going back to the range really quickly. So like I said, you guys have this vixen aesthetic, which is very revealing and almost vulgar, but then you have like this tomboy thing too. So you guys can pull off so many looks. I feel like Aries women can pull off literally like tomboy, vixen, combine it together. Like that's literally Aries. And I'll show you guys some tomboy pictures, or like that tomboy aesthetic you guys wear. I know Kaylani wears that aesthetic a lot, and Kaylani is also a really good example just because she has that vixen aesthetic and tomboy aesthetic. She can pull like this very vixen sexual vibe with her clothing, but then she can do this tomboy thing and look just as good. And I feel like Rihanna does the same thing. Colleen Diaz, who's an influencer, does the same thing, wearing this vixen type of look with that tomboy aesthetic. So tomboy is another huge aesthetic you guys have. And so let's talk about this main theme, this main uniform, this starter pack that Aries tend to wear. Now, with almost every Aries girl that I looked at, I noticed this outfit that they always wear is a bra with really baggy jeans and a blazer. Like those three pieces. Rihanna's worn that. Kourtney Kardashian, Aries' son, has worn that. Alexa Demi. Like I noticed you guys, literally every Aries girl I looked at had that outfit of like a bra, blazer, and baggy jeans. And I feel like for the normal girl watching this in your everyday life, I feel like something you might wear is like a bra with baggy jeans. That tends to be like that Aries archetype, that Aries aesthetic in a nutshell is, you know, kind of like that sexy vixen type of aesthetic on top, but then you have that kind of tomboy, baggy, distressed look on the bottom. So you guys are always mixing that vixen and tomboy thing together really well. And you guys pull off quite a bit. Like you guys can really pull off anything and really be respected for whatever outfit you wear. You guys also tend to be really great trendsetters. Obviously, Rihanna's a good example. She's a trendsetter fashion-wise. Colleen Diaz, Instagram blogger. You know, I feel like you guys really set trends. You guys are like the pioneers with certain outfits. I can imagine like Aries being the first to start like the mesh trend. Obviously, that's kind of, it's hard to trace that back, but I can imagine it was probably an Aries girl wearing a see-through shirt being like, this is what I'm wearing today, and then you start a trend with it. So tell me down below, what are like your favorite places to shop at? I want to see if like you guys have the same stores you shop at. Also, tell me down below if this description matches your own personal style at all. If you guys have that vixen aesthetic or tomboy aesthetic, if you guys wear bold things, you know, sunglasses, mesh, bras with baggy jeans, anything like that, comment down below if you've ever worn that or you resonate with that. Message me on Instagram because I want to post some of you guys on my Instagram and show you and show people like subscriber examples, just to see like real life examples, not just celebrities. So yeah, comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed because you don't want to miss my next video. My Instagram is @astrokit, and I'll see you Aries in my next video.